Hi, my dear students. I am Sunira from Department of Physics, Government College, Madapalli. In this lecture, we will learn about product rules and the second derivatives for vector differential operator del. In our previous lectures, we learned about vector differential operator del and its action on scalar and vector fields. There we learn about three types of operation: gradient of a scalar function, divergence of a vector function, and curl of a vector function. In that context, we learned about its physical meaning, what it's all these things means: del, gradient, divergence, all these things. Now we can check the product rules connected with these operators. Before that, we can just try to rewind your previous learning about ordinary derivatives. In your subsidiary or complementary mathematics class, you learned about ordinary derivatives and certain rules in connection with the application of this ordinary derivative. So here there are rules. The first one is the sum rule. If you find out the first derivative of two functions, sum of two functions, you can find the derivative of each function separately and add them. This is the rule. D by dx of f plus g equal to df by dx plus dg by dx. When it comes in the case of multiplication by a constant, d by dx of kf equal to k df by dx. Here k represents a constant. So a constant times derivative of the function. Okay. Now the product rule. Here there are two functions. The product of the function. We have to find out derivative of product of these functions f and g. Then you can apply the product rule. F into dg by dx plus df by dx into g. This is the product rule. Suppose you have a function, a ratio of two functions, and you need its first derivative. Then you can apply quotient rule. D by dx of f by g equal to g into df by dx minus f into dg by dx divided by g square. Okay, all these are the product rules in connection with the ordinary derivatives. Now we can move on to vector differential operator. Okay, when it's connecting with our del operator, the sum rule, there are three sum rules: one for gradient, one for divergence, and one for curl. So the first one, gradient of f plus g. Remember, here our differential operator is a vector, so it acts only on a scalar function. Okay, so gradient f plus g gives you gradient f plus gradient g. In the second case, this gradient is a vector and it wants to take dot product with the argument. So here the functions should be vector. Then only you can take dot product. So vector A and vector B are two vector functions. Now the divergence acts on this del dot A plus B. This gives you del dot A plus del dot B. The third one, del cross A plus B. Here also del cross A plus del cross B. These three rules constitute the sum rule for del operator. Okay. The second one is multiplication by a constant. In this case also, this is just like our ordinary derivative. A constant into gradient f, a constant into divergence a constant into curl A. Okay. Now, the product rules. Actually, there are six product rules: two for gradients, and two for divergence, and two for curls. Okay, so first the product rule for gradient. Here, gradient fg. This is equal to f into gradient g plus g into gradient f. Since this gradient operates on scalar functions, you have two options. Either it can be purely scalar or it is a dot product of two vector functions. Then only you get a scalar function. Okay, so gradient A dot B equal to E cross del cross B plus B cross del cross A plus A dot del B plus B dot del A. Remember, in this case of gradient operator, this is not commutative. That means A dot del not equal to del dot A. Okay, remember that point. Here A dot del not equal to del dot A. A dot del is an operator. Why it is an operator? Because here there is dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, etc. Okay, but instead of this, if you write del dot A, it is dou A x by dou x. So there is no, that's operator is operator. There is no naked operator. Okay, in this case it is naked operator, and if B comes here, it operates on it. Okay, so remember, in this case of gradient operator, differential vector differential operator, there is no commutative law. A dot del not equal to del dot A. Okay, so these are the rules for gradient of A dot B. When it comes in the case of divergence, del dot divergence acts on vector operator. So either you have FA, here F can be a scalar function, then you get F del dot A plus A dot gradient F. Del dot A cross B, here B dot del cross A minus A dot del cross B. Now, in the case of for curls, not to take curls, your argument should be a vector quantity. Okay, so here also del cross FA, F del cross A minus A cross gradient F. Similarly, del cross A cross B equal to B dot del times A minus A dot del times B plus A del dot B minus B del dot A. Okay. Now the quotient rule. Here the quotient rule is just like our ordinary derivative, rule for ordinary derivative. Gradient f by g gradient f minus f gradient g by g square. Similarly, del dot a by g equal to g into del dot a minus a dot gradient g by g square. Similarly, del cross A by G equal to G into del cross A plus A cross gradient G by G square. Okay, these can be easily derived from the product rule. All these can be easily derived from the product rule. Now we can study second derivatives. Till this moment we discussed about the first derivative using del operator and its product rules. Different rules connected with the vector differential operator action on a function. Okay. Now we can extend this to second derivatives. Okay, now we can apply this gradient operator twice and produce 5 species of second derivatives. We can produce 5 species. Okay, so first one, let it be, first one is gradient T. Okay, so gradient T is a vector. So we can construct its divergence and curl. Two second derivatives from this. Okay, so del dot gradient T. Since gradient is a vector, we can operate gradient as divergence, del dot gradient T, del as divergence. Similarly, del cross gradient T, del cross gradient T. The del dot V is a scalar. Divergence of a vector function is a scalar. So we can take its gradient. Okay. The gradient of the divergence, gradient of del dot V. This is also another second derivative. Similarly, del cross V is a vector. Okay. So we can take its divergence and curl. So del cross V. Similarly, del cross V. Okay. Now there are 5 second derivatives, right? So using gradient T, Gradient T is a vector, so you can construct its second derivatives by taking divergence and curl. So there are two. Okay. Now divergence is a scalar quantity. So you have only one option. You can take gradient of that function. That is the third one. Next one is del cross V. Del cross V is a vector. So you can take divergence and curl of this del cross V. So total you get 5 species of second derivative. Okay. Now divergence of gradient is also known as Laplacian operator. This is a very important operator. We use it often in our papers, not only in electrodynamics, in mechanics and various papers, this operator. Okay, so divergence of gradient is called Laplacian. Divergence of gradient. So there is del dot del. This is called del square t. Dou square t by dou x square plus dou square t by dou y square plus dou square t by dou z square. Okay. So here you have two vector dot product with a vector quantity. Now this del square is obtained as del dot del, right? Del square is obtained as del dot del. Okay, so you can act a vector function. This del square can act on vector function also, because gradient, sorry, this del is a vector differential operator, but del square is only a differential operator, not a vector operator. So this operator, this differential operator can act on both on scalar fields, scalar functions, and on vector functions. Okay, this is the example for scalar function. This is the example for vector function. So del square V means del square Vx x cap plus del square Vy y cap plus del square Vz z cap. Okay, remember this point. Gradient is a vector differential operator, but del square is simply a scalar operator. Okay, so it can act both on scalar functions and on vector functions. Now the curl of gradient. The curl of gradient is always 0. Del cross gradient T is always 0. Similarly, the divergence of a curl is always 0. Del cross V equal to 0. Okay, so all these things you know very well, because in our interpretation of gradient T we mention this as gradient T points along the maximal direction of the variation of the function T. Okay, it gives the slope along the direction of maximal change of the function T. If you take a curl along a curl with this point, this vector, it means this gives you what? In this case you get only 0. Similarly, here also in the case of divergence of a curl, what is the meaning of a curl? The example for a curl is a whirlpool. Okay, so in the case of water or river, you can see whirlpool. Okay, so these whirlpools, the velocity vector. In the case of water, the velocity vector swirls around this point. It rotates around the point. Okay, that's why it's called a whirlpool. Okay, so curl represents this situation. So if a vector V has a curl del cross V, then there is no divergence. What is the meaning of divergence? The function spreading out from the point. Okay, since the function curls around the point, there is no divergence from that point. That is what we mean here. So del cross V equal to 0. Here del cross gradient T equal to 0. You have to remember all these things very well, because we need these results frequently when we discuss electrodynamics or mechanics. Okay. Now, the gradient of the divergence has no special name, but this is not same as the Laplacian. Remember that point. Okay. So the del square, the Laplacian del square V equal to del dot del V. Okay, this is the del square Laplacian operator, but this is not equal to gradient of del dot V. Both these are different. Okay, here the gradient acts on this scalar field del dot V. Here del square is a scalar operator. It acts on a vector field V. So these two are not equal. It's always different. These two are different operators. So the gradient of the divergence of a vector function is not equal to Laplacian of the vector function. Okay. Similarly, the curl of the curl del cross V is given by gradient of del dot V minus del square V. So usually this equation is used to define the Laplacian operator in abstract form. We already learned about Laplacian operator. There we use Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, but here this definition is used to define Laplacian operator in abstract form. Okay, now we learned about 5 species of second derivatives, but in this you can see that there are only two second derivatives. Actually, there are only two second derivatives. What are they? Laplacian and the gradient of the divergence. Okay, then you can find out curl of a vector function using these two, Laplacian and gradient of divergence. All others are 0. We find that. Okay, curl of gradient is 0, divergence of curl is also 0. Now we can wind up this session. We learned about product rules for ordinary derivatives. Then we connect these rules with our del operator or vector differential operator. Then we extend the study to second derivatives. Then we see that there are 5 species of second derivatives. In these 5 species, first one is Laplacian. Next one is gradient of divergence. These two are completely different operators. Okay. Then the third one is curl of a vector. This is given by first two, gradient of divergence and the Laplacian. And the curl of gradient is 0 and the divergence of curl is also 0. Okay. These are the main things we learned in this lecture. So learn well, do maximum problems as you could, do all the problems in the text electrodynamics by Griffiths, which is your prescribed text, and if you have doubt please contact me. So happy learning. Thank you.